It's 4:00 hours prime meridian in Taipei. It's 5 o'clock p.m. in Tokyo, Japan, and it's 22:00 hours here in the Kingdom of Eswatini. Welcome and thank you for joining us on the show. But first, let's take a quick recap on our top stories making headlines. His Majesty King Yemaswati III today was able to greet the UNICEF Africa Director who came through to pay courtesy to His Majesty. Yemaswati are encouraged to heed to the King's Umhlolo's vision in order for the Bible to lead in Eswatini. A memorial service was held in honor of a slain police officer. And now the news. His Majesty King Yemaswati III stated that Eswatini continue to follow the protocols of the United Nations, especially in adhering to the guidelines or protocols that are set to respect the rights of children and the youth.
His Majesty King Yemaswati III welcomed Mr. Mohammed Malik Far, UNICEF Regional Director for Eastern and Southern Africa at Lozita Royal Palace. His Majesty stated that in their lengthy discussions, they were deliberating on the issues of Eswatini and other United Nations countries to continue to adhere to protocols that are set by the UN of looking to children's rights as Eswatini continues to follow in that route, and it has been able to implement the free primary education. And a study will be conducted in Eswatini that looks into the equality of education, which will be presented to the United General Assembly.
Is that we will not leave any of Liswati without proper education. All of our citizens should be able to access education one way or the other. And we will continue now that you also presented the case to further find more information and do more research. Probably the time when the UN meeting comes, at least we also have enough information and want solutions, because we may identify the problems, the issues, to find also solutions. So I hope these are some of the things that we can do, working together, of course, because keep contacting each other is also very important in this regard.
The UNICEF Regional Director stated that Eswatini has done a lot in the terms of improving children's rights, which is something that every country should continue to follow suit.
I have commended you, Your Majesty, for the free primary education initiative, for many more also initiatives that have been done for children, and which I feel should not just be kept in the boundary of the Kingdom of Eswatini, but should be shown also to the rest of the continent, because it's not only here we want free primary education, we want it across the continent. I have seen also so many other measures. You refer to the HIV, how it came and what was done to address it. You refer to gender-based violence and domestic violence, what was done to address it. But as I was saying, as we comment and as we acknowledge all this progress, we should also recognize that there is some other challenge we have ahead of us. And I just came here with a team and to say that we are standing behind you. We know the road might be steep, the journey could be difficult, but in each step of this journey, just when you look back, you will see us.
Yemaswati are urged to stick to the Bible. This is King Umhlolo's vision, which led Yemaswati to choose the Bible over the coin, as today it was a celebration of the King Umhlolo's vision.
His Majesty the King implores Yemaswati to always bear in mind what King Somhlolo said after he had a vision with Mvelinkandi commanding him to tell Yemaswati to take the scroll. His Majesty was represented by Prince Hlangabeza at Somhlolo Festival of Praise service held at Mountain View in Babani, whereby Yemaswati were encouraged to take the route that leads to life after death.
Emagameni engonyama iwakhulumile nje ukuthi hamba ubakhumbudisisise lokasho uNkulunkulu ahlangane naSomhlolo. Ngenda bona ke nyalo uyabona ukuthi uNkulunkulu abephethwe uvalo kanti kwalomsaba wakhe Somhlolo uthi njengoba nathi letinto sempilo ethile tonke kepha ngiyabona ukuthi lo thando lwakhe ubekade washelela wakhomba ngala ngesenqele abeta sibamba lesandla athi ngothanda thatha na umbuzo wakubuta wena uthi ngalo 1836 njengoba wakhona wena wevani ngonyama nayikhuluma yathini ngonyama kuwe namhla ithini ngoba lesibozo sithi ingonyama yakhuluma nga-1836 kanti uNkulunkulu wakhuluma solo uyakhuluma uyawugcina akhuluma mzwa kuyajesu Jesu khohlwa solo ukhuluma ingqungqulu ithi thatha umqulu Somhlolo kude lamkhetha uthi amane ngithathele abantu abami ngite bafati bami lasigozwe nemakhosikazi ngite mabuthwana yathi wonke umuntu ngitsheliwe mine.
The Honorable Prime Minister, who was represented by the Minister of Justice and Constitutional Affairs, Polilo Shakantu, stated, "The nation should rejoice, for the gospel is still preached freely in the country, unlike in other parts of the world, whereby when one is found to be preaching, they are either killed or persecuted."
Naye wayiqhuba lelo vangeli kuze kube namuhla solo sihamba kulelo vangeli somosi. Kumele ukuthi siqhubeke siwathandazele amakhosi, siqhubeke siyithandazele nenkosi yethu uSathu, sithandazele sibongo, siphinde sithandazele nathi singemaswati, sibonge uNkulunkulu. Uyasho Jesu encwazini yaMateyu 24 ukuthi uyachaza ukuthi kaba khona tikhathi.
Minister of Home Affairs Princess Lindiwe stated, "There will come a time whereby this festival will bring together different nationalities to celebrate and give thanks to the Lord."
Silive sikhumbula khona ukuthi Somhlolo wathi eMaswatini lapho khona sikhumbula khona ukuthi keja kwiBhayibheli keja kunelimo lesikhathi lesike lesibuzwa namuhla siyabona nabanye abasebenzisa umsebenzi bakaSomhlolo Festival of Praise ukuthi bawenzele umsebenzi waphumelela wabamuhle njengale ndlela esibona engiyo namuhla. Siphinde futhi sibonwe engonyameni inkosi uMswati wesithathu le yavuma ukuthi sichubeke silive sigubule usuku lwaSomhlolo lapho sikhumbula khona nokukhetha umculo sikele kinoko.
The event is expected to go on tomorrow and will come to an end on Sunday. For Channel Yemaswati News, I am Novuzelo Smelani in a report compiled by Timalangeni Dlamini Mbabane.
Yemaswati were excited to be part of the annual Biggest Bride activity, which was hindered by the COVID-19 pandemic. It is stated that the proceeds that will be gathered after the event will be then distributed to the elderly as food parcels and blankets.
A number of companies and people supported this year's 5th edition of The Biggest Braai. Braai stands and meets with Order of the Day. Her Majesty the Indlovukazi Mhlekazi was represented by Honorable Mabulala Maseko, who stated how heartwarming it was to see such support from Yemaswati.
Yemaswati ngamunye afile ikakhulu lo mangcwebeza kweshe ubhethe kakhulu kubantu labadala ethemba abantu abadala ubona abantu lesabakhanza kwelive.
Chairman of Philani Maswati also had something to say.
Abancane ngoba 3 years sihlaselwe yi-COVID singakhona kwengane uNkulunkulu usinikile lethuba siyambonga kakhulu. Siphinde sibonge lethuba thina lesathuka ukuthi sinakekele abantu abadala bese sinenkinga lenkulu ukuthi imali ethuba lomsebenzi sithola kanjani. Siyabonga lethuba uNkulunkulu wathana kusisa lo kutelile la ukubona njengaloku senibongile egameni layihlangano yamangcwebeza ucele kulo chairman wa Philani Maswati noma loyo lokuthumele yiyo indlovu emhlaba ukuthi atosibusisa lana ngeliphimbo la indlovu emhlaba ukuthi asicelele ukuthi Philani Maswati ngoba lapha yi-biggest braai asicale lona big braais le ekufunzeni letinye sicale sowenze nakhona kuzothi nalo kakhulu ukufika la ayithole aleka lomahasha ayithole aleka lavumisa ayithole amahoho egcineni lahoho uthi namela kanjalo sonke singakhona ukuthi yethu lensho lento uPhilani Maswati sonke sikhona ukufaka sandla.
This report was compiled by Justice Lamini and Ndobeko Tabetse in Manzini.
Cash Hardware offers a wide range of industry-leading painting material from roller brushes to a variety of durable paints. We have everything you need from high-quality aluminum windows to elephant doors. Cash has the best electrical materials such as conduit pipes and house wires. High-quality roofing material like strong timber, heavy tiles, IPR corrugated iron and nails. Visit Cash today and get the strongest building materials such as wheelbarrows, mesh wires and reinforcements. We offer the most popular cement. At Cash, we have unbeatable prices for irrigation pipes, maize and water tanks. We offer convenient delivery from all our branches across the Kingdom of ESWATINI. For more information, contact us at 24371 710 or send us an email at buycashhardware@gmail.com. Buy cash, buy quality, buy it less.
The Breath of Life Church presents the Night of the Seraphim on the 5th of August 2022 at Rana Park High School from 7 p.m. till morning. Free passes will be available from Loma Hasha, Sitegi, Nhlangano, Babane and Mangayane. It is a night not to be missed. Wear something white and bring your country flag. For more information, call the numbers on your screen. See you there.
Waphinze kwenteka iBible Society of Eswatini ibambisana namasipala wakamanzini bakulethela iBible Society Cup ya 2022 sithi 4 teams one day tournament nemgcibelo womhla ka-30 July 2022 eMavuso Sports Ground. Ngo-9 ekuseni uyaqala umdlalo kunamanzini Wanderers, Wenzini Sundowns, Babane Highlanders, Monini Pirates, bafundisi basembabane nebakamanzini. Kutemculo ulinde wakadlamini egedeni ungena ngokuphatha iBhayibheli lakho lesiswati buvakabandi sha 7604 8681 noma 7802 3889. Ungasali una iBible Society Cup noma kushaya sandwich ishibo haya kahle nethini.
Welcome back. You're still watching channel Yemaswati News, and the news continue. Yemaswati were excited to be part of the Eswatini Biggest Braai activity, as they were missing the opportunity to gather and braai meet simultaneously. We have a report.
So many people were excited for the Biggest Braai. Others stated that it was their first time to attend such an event. We conducted interviews with a few individuals, and this is what they had to say.
Biggest Braai njengemntwana kaBhilani sithi bayethu Ndlovukazi manje kwesho siyabonga abantu bakho Ndlovukazi bajabulile kahle kakhulu kuhle kuyakwenzisa kumnandi siyabonga.
This report was compiled by Mandobeko Tabete at Lavuso Sports Center.
Police officer who was shot by a known person was remembered in a memorial service which was staged at the Divine Healing Ministries in Manzini.
The joint memorial service of police officers Constable Boningosi Eslamini, who was shot by unknown people, and Constable Nhlanhla Shabangu, who was accidentally shot by his colleague, was held at Divine Healing Ministries today. Families, friends, and the Royal Eswatini Police were attending in their numbers, and pastors who attended the service recommended prayer and fasting for such hard times in the country. The National Commissioner, Representative Mr. Mandla Mdluli, who is the Deputy Commissioner, expressed his condolences to both families and the Royal Eswatini Police and the country at large. Lebekade yamelele Commissioner wemaphoyisa eMbube uMnumzane Mandla Mdluli nolisekela lakhe Commissioner ulilele lemindeni yomibili waphinde walilela live kanye nawo umbutho weMbube. Emaphoyisa akaqine emthandazweni kulesehlakalo lesinjena aphindze futhi ke emisibinze yathembele kusimakathe.
Onke sikade kanye silahlekele. Kanjalo nemaphoyisa nawo alahlekele ngoba labantwana laba baseva wona emakhosi bathuma bona futhi nawuwasigaba besesesiza batazihamba ngoba abancane nje lokusheshele tabe kuphileni nana umuntu bekabheka nelive bekabheka bekusekhulu kakhulu kepha nje Nkosi yami iphepha baphuma amaphoyisa uphepha kwalo live siyacela nje siyancenga ukuthi Nkosi yami lena asibambiseni yethu sonke ngoba konke lokwendawo nabo yasifaka sandla nabe umuntu lokwenda nalokwendile lokwendawo utendela wena utakuthola nganye ndaba ngete kwaba namuhla kodwa utakuthola nganye ndaba mina bengathi mhlambe kuyekeke bese uqalile nawe uqaba kokuqala nawe mhlambe ushintshe ingqondo bese uyema.
Reporting for Channel Yemaswati, I am Mandobeko Tabete with Justice Lamini Manzini.
The Minister for Agriculture, Honorable Jablani Mabuza, encourages farmers to be encouraged to take their livestock to the deep tanks. He was officially opening the Mutini deep tank under Kiweni Ingunda. We have a report.
Minister of Agriculture Honorable Jablani Mabuza officially opened Mutini Dam under Mkiweni Inkundla. The minister implored farmers to take their livestock to deep tanks so to rid them of all the parasites. He also asked them to ensure the dogs are vaccinated against rabies. Mkiweni Member of Parliament Michael Masugu applauded the ministry for the construction of the deep tank in the area, for the need was far greater.
ngoba kule madlelo enjonjo mbonile lapha kuthiwa indzawo yedlelo setawuhlangana taya letakam edibhini letakakho atiyane nasetibonda tiba kanye kusho ukuthi-ke sitawubona ngathi umuthi awusebenzi kanti engxenye kunenkinga lethide vele nasemkhathini wethu. Njengoba semthole lithuba sive sikhona angikhuthade lokho ukuthi mahulumende asathi sicela tinja tenu nitilethe kusitintojova bantfu abatilethe letinja kule nyanga nje lesiya kuyo masinyane lapha kubo-September sitawube sijova tinja sijove labudzatsha sivikela kokokuthi tingabi nalobudzatsha letilwane tenu ngoba tingaba nabo tiyekelwe bese setiluma abantu abethu kufe umuntu ngenxa yenja yemuntu lengakayi kuyojova labudzatsha.
Yes, it's a good now we have many people say it has been 35 years. I'm sorry, so we have but we are able to have so that we if I don't tell you something, I said something that say that the many people were sent to phone, who might tell you now, I don't know the double, who was talking about the job, and for the as not
For Channel Yemaswati News, I am Novus Milani in a report compiled by Tabo Sibanze Mkiweni.
With that, we'll recap our top stories to end English news. His Majesty King Yemaswati III stated that Eswatini has done a lot in terms of supporting education programs as stipulated in the ratification that is set by the United Nations. He was meeting the Regional Director for UNICEF at Luzitaro Palace. The Somklona Festival of Praise was celebrated today, where His Majesty the King encouraged Yemaswati to stick to the Bible. A police officer who was shot dead by unknown people was remembered in the memorial service, which was held at the Divine Healing Ministries in Manzini. Well, that's all for today. We'll leave you with a detailed word of focus for the country and selected towns outside the country. Nina Sean with the whole Channel Yemaswati News crew, we say have a good night.